Daniel 10 verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Ophir. His body was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet in color to polished brass.
Right. So it's describing here, and it said his body was like the beryl, this green color. His garment was like that. Go back and read his girt about the
body was like the beryl,
right,
and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire.
That same red color is described in Revelation.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
Right, his arms and his feet. Okay, that's showing you, showing you what the color of the Lord is. Just like it says out Yahushua, you know, his feet. They talk about his feet. You know, meaning what? Representing the flesh.
And the voice of his words were like the voice of a multitude.
Right.
I mean, the Lord had a loud voice, man. It wasn't soft spoken as the world portrayed. As many waters. You ever, I don't know if y'all been in Canada, you know that big Niagara Falls, that big waterfall?
Yep. Yeah, you gotta yell just for some person next to you to hear you.
Right.
For the Lord to speak to all those masses of people the way he did, he couldn't be soft spoken. He had to lift up his voice.
Right.
So when we come out here and we lift up our voice and we speak to people loudly, it's for a purpose, man. Yeah. It's not because we just being assholes out here. It's for a purpose.
Yep.
All right, I got Song of Solomon 1 verse 5, description of
start at
Solomon.
1 and 1.
All right.
And then jump to 5.
Song of Solomon 1 verse 1, it says the song of songs, which is Solomon.
And I had you read that because you were people in the church that say, this first verse is a Shunammite woman. This is not Solomon. No. What did it say? Read it again.
The song of songs, which is Solomon.
These are Solomon's words because it's a metaphoric poem written to the Most High. It's not about a man and woman at all. Go ahead, bro. Jump to 5.
I am black.
Right.
But comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Yep.
He's black but comely. He's a black man and he's comely and he's handsome. He said, I look
right. I'm dark and lovely.
I'm black. I am black. But comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Now people jump in and say that's not talking about skin color, but as you read on, it'll make it obvious. Go ahead, bro.
It gets into it.
You hear they listening to?
Oh yeah.
I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem,
right.
As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Right.
Next verse.
If you go into the word Kedar,
yep.
Which means dark skin. Yep. Ishmael had a son, which what? Was a dark skin, and his name was Kedar.
Yep.
You know?
Keep going.
So that's, in verse 6 it says, look not upon me because I am black. Because the sun have looked upon me, my mother's children were angry with me. They made me the neat keeper. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyard, but my own vineyard have I not kept. You know, so Solomon's doing his own work. Amen.
Yep. So that proves without a doubt that covering, you know, that was cast over our people.
Right, we can back it up with the angels in Ezekiel the first chapter.
Get it, please get it. Ezekiel 1, yeah. Because
how do you feel about all this? You haven't really said that.
I'm not sure I'll take pictures and stuff so I can like look at
it yourself.
I do want to.
That's good.
So I can get an understanding of everything.
Can we ask where's your family come from?
Huh?
Where's your family come from?
My family?
Like your relatives. Like what countries do your relatives go back to? Is it Italy, France?
I'm German Irish.
Irish. Who's Irish? Your dad or mom?
Both sides have some in it.
Okay, well.
The reason brother asked that is because people get caught up because we say, oh, white people are the wicked. You go by the seed of your father. So you said that the Irish part Irish, black people rule in Ireland. So you go by the seed of your father. So if we were to sleep with a Caucasian woman and to have children, those kids aren't half and half. In this world, they try to say people are mixed. It's not a thing. You go by the seed of your father.
Yep.
Right? So if I had children with a white woman, it would go back to the children of Israel, Judah.
And
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And there's a curse in the scriptures that talk about confusing the face. Because there's a lot of people that look like other nations and go back to RC. You see what I'm saying? But they don't look like us because we mixed up and we've been mingled with all these different people.
And we know too, if you know, do you know anything about the Irish during slavery? A lot of the Irish came over. They came over on ships, and they were treated lesser than normal white Americans. And they also been called the niggers of Europe, or green niggers. And they also had Irish in what was that called? Indentured servants.
They called them gimmicks
And they
too.
right, and they worked. No, that was the Italians. And the Irish served alongside. If you ever watched the movie 12 Years of a Slave, there was this one guy. I forgot his last name. He was an Irish guy. Right, they had him also working, and they had the Irish working alongside the so-called Negroes. Now they had more rights. They was indentured servants, but they treated them like crap. So a lot of the Irish go back. A lot of the Irish go back, to the seed of Israel. We know that.
The reason we ask you that because you actually had the patience to sit here and listen.
Yeah.
And try to comprehend what we're saying. And nobody's gonna do that unless they go back to the seed. Nobody's gonna sit there and try to listen.
Hey.
Try to understand.
And I saw you when you were walking by. You was about going. You turned around and came back, and then just stayed. You know. So this brother.
So that's why we asked.
Now you see what Conor McGregor just said, right?
Yeah.
But he knows ancestors go back to the slaves.
Yep.
And through the spirit, man, that boy is Jacob.
So is Eminem. Marshall Mathers. Eminem is an Israelite. He a brother.
Hey, him and
See, he don't even believe it.
Like, they just got different
You see that flavor?
No. Hey, listen,
Why not?
Research something. There wasn't no average slave.
That's in history, dude.
Yeah.
Because look, the original Irish were black people anyway. Did you know that?
The black Irish.
Cause I'm Irish. I'm Irish. I got Irish in me. He got his last name. Yeah, it's an Irish last name.
Yeah.
So we know our people were intertwined, and, you know, but also too, all of our people been you want to say mixed, but like he was going into the seed of the father, what ruled. But you can't tell by looking at a person now. You know, you can't, cause you got dark-skinned people that can go back to the Edomites. You got light people that can go back to the Israelites. We were just saying, I got a theory. I say that a lot of the white girls that like brothers, right? They think it's because they just like brothers, but no, it's because in the spirit they go back to our people anyway, and they just doing what feel natural to them. Same with brothers. You got dudes that walk around here, Sicilians, Germans, all different nations. The scripture say Israel gonna come out of all nations because we've been scattered everywhere. Right, and the confusion of faces now, people been covered over. You can't tell who is who.
Bring this point out. Hold on, we bring that out. You got people. You're scared of questions. That's not even your people.
Yep.
Africans.
Yep.
The Arabs, the East Indians. You know, and a lot of our people that think are your people go back to the same right now.
Yep.
There's women that had children with masters, and after generations they get back to this brother color.
Yeah,
what do they see go back to?
Edomites.
They're considered terrorists.
Yep.
Daniel 9 verse 7. O Lord, righteousness belongs unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces.
Explain that. What's the confusion of? Yeah.
Yes, like
There's people that they have the spirit of Israel, but they may look like you. So now they're like, man, you know, I feel like I should be over here with these people.
Yep.
But you know I don't look like them. They won't accept me. And I really don't get down with these people over here, even though I look like them. I don't gel with them. But I'm confused in the face. I just don't know.
like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Eminem. You can name a whole bunch of them. Yellow Wolf, all these mainstream entertainers. Mainstream entertainers. Majority of them are Israelites.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Even Chinese.
You ever heard of MC Jin? That Chinese dude? That dude is a brother. That dude is an Israelite. That dude is a brother.
How you know that?
Because of his spirit.
On there it say China ain't.
Yeah, but you missed. Go ahead.
You got to remember that we were scattered.
You went into 7 different slaves from the Babylonian captivity, Persian and the Medes, Romans, Greeks, Egyptians, America. What's the last one?
I don't even know which one you named.
The Egyptians, the Babylonian, Assyrian.
Oh yeah, I missed Assyria.
The Greeks, the Romans, and now America, which is our last captivity.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
So if you lay down with a so-called white woman, and your son lays down with a white woman, and your grandson lays down with a white
Hold
woman.
on. I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say, but let him. He was saying something. Go ahead. Go ahead. No.
I was just saying that if you lay down with a so-called white woman, and your son's laid down with a so-called white woman, your grandson, your fourth generation grandson will come out looking like her, right? Is that your seed? He act like you, he chill in the crib, like the scripture